Have you ever looked at an old photograph and realized that every face in it belongs to a world that no longer exists? On a warm summer afternoon in 1869, an elderly man sat quietly on the porch of a small farmhouse near Concord, Massachusetts. Children played in the distance. Horses pulled wagons along dusty roads. The Civil War had ended only a few years earlier, and America was changing faster than anyone could imagine. The old man watched the world move forward. Factories were replacing workshops, railroads connecting distant cities. Telegraphs carried messages across the nation in seconds. Everything seemed new. Yet as he sat there, he carried memories of an America that had almost vanished forever. His name was Ralph Waldo Emerson, and his life became a remarkable reminder that while time never returns, it leaves behind lessons more valuable than anything it takes away. Born in Boston in 1803, Emerson entered a young nation still searching for its identity. The United States was less than 30 years old. Many roads were unpaved. Most people lived simple lives. News traveled slowly. The country was small, uncertain, and still defining its future. As a child, Emerson experienced hardship early. His father died when he was only 8 years old. The loss created financial difficulties for the family and forced young Emerson to mature quickly. He learned that life could change without warning. Years later, he attended Harvard College and became known for his intelligence and love of learning. At first, Emerson followed a traditional path and became a minister. It seemed like the perfect career. People respected him. His future appeared secure. But time had another lesson waiting. In 1831, tragedy struck again when his young wife, Ellen Tucker Emerson, died from tuberculosis. The loss shattered him. For months, grief consumed his life. Questions filled his mind. Why do good people suffer? Why does happiness disappear so quickly? Why does time take away the things we love most? Unable to find satisfying answers, Emerson eventually left the ministry and began a journey that would transform American thought forever. He traveled to Europe and met some of the greatest thinkers of the age. When he returned home, he started writing and speaking about ideas that many people considered unusual. He encouraged Americans to think for themselves, to trust their own judgment, to learn from experience, and most importantly, to recognize that every stage of life contains lessons hidden within it. At a time when many people blindly follow tradition, Emerson urged them to reflect on the passing of time. He believed people spent too much energy regretting the past or worrying about the future. In his view, time could not be controlled, but its lessons could be understood. His speeches attracted growing audiences. Students traveled long distances to hear him. Writers admired him. Thinkers debated him. Slowly, he became one of the most influential intellectual figures in America. Yet even as his reputation grew, life continued teaching difficult lessons. Friends died. Family members passed away. The nation moved toward conflict. By the 1850s, slavery had become one of the most divisive issues in American history. Communities argued, politicians fought, families became divided. Many leaders remained silent. Emerson did not. Although speaking out carried risks, he publicly opposed slavery and defended human freedom. Some supporters abandoned him, critics attacked him, newspapers condemned his views, yet he continued speaking because time had already taught him something important. Doing what is right often matters more than doing what is popular. Then came the Civil War. America descended into chaos. Hundreds of thousands died. Cities suffered. Families mourned. The nation Emerson had watched grow since childhood seemed on the verge of destroying itself. As the war unfolded, he witnessed both the worst and best aspects of human nature: cruelty, sacrifice, hatred, courage, loss, hope. Each year added new lessons. Each year changed him. When the war finally ended in 1865, America emerged transformed. Slavery was abolished. The nation survived, but countless lives had been altered forever. Emerson understood something many younger people did not. History is not merely a collection of dates. It is the accumulated lessons of time. Every generation inherits wisdom purchased through the experiences of those who came before. As he grew older, Emerson's memory gradually weakened. Names became harder to remember. Conversations became more difficult. The brilliant speaker who once captivated audiences sometimes struggled to recall familiar details. For many people, such decline would have felt tragic, yet those close to him noticed something remarkable. He remained calm, peaceful, reflective. He understood that time changes everyone. Youth becomes age, strength becomes weakness, success becomes memory. Nothing remains unchanged forever. Instead of fighting this reality, Emerson accepted it. He focused on gratitude for what life had taught him. Near the end of his life, visitors often came seeking advice. Many expected complicated answers. Instead, they often received simple wisdom. Be patient, learn continuously, value character more than wealth. Understand that every season of life has something to teach, because once time passes, the moment itself never returns, but the lesson can remain forever. When Emerson died in 1882, America had become dramatically different from the nation into which he was born. Railroads crossed the continent, industries expanded, cities grew larger, technology advanced rapidly. Entire generations had come and gone, yet the ideas he shared continued influencing millions. Today, historians remember him not because he controlled time. No one can. They remember him because he understood it. Time never returns. The opportunities, the conversations, the people, the moments. Once gone, they are gone forever. But time leaves gifts behind. Experience, wisdom, perspective, understanding. The question is whether we choose to learn from them.
Ralph Waldo Emerson spent his life discovering that truth, and history continues proving it every day, because while time never comes back, the lessons it leaves behind can guide us for the rest of our lives.